Hey gang, how are you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, and this is going to cover all of the fishing action and things going on in La Paz for the week of the 23rd of January until the 30th of January 2023. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, end of January. What happened to the month? It feels like we're just celebrating Christmas and already the end of January. Fortunately, you haven't really missed anything if you haven't been to La Paz or you haven't been following the fishing reports because, as I keep mentioning, November to April, the winds are usually blowing. It's usually very rough, very few people on the water unless you're a windsurfer. All the windsurfers come from all over the world to sample our world-class winds for a reason, because it's windy. So not a whole lot of people fishing. You really have to pick and choose and be flexible on the dates that maybe you can get out. Well, this past week, I thought I'd have something to tell you, but we had a couple people, actually brave souls, knew that it was going to be windy, thought they'd give it a chance, and we had to cancel them, so they didn't go out. Although, I had warned them, and they knew that was their chances, so they stayed on the beach, drank beers, went to lunch, and they were fine with it. They really just wanted to get out for one day and knew that it might be very windy. As it turned out, it was a lot windier than they thought. Also had some folks who were going to go diving. That got canceled as well. If the winds are blowing from the north and you've got to head north right into the teeth of the wind, you're probably not going to get out of the bay. Same thing, had some folks who were going to go do some whale watching, or not whale watching, but swim with the whale sharks this week. And again, if it's too rough, these animals are right there in the shallows of La Paz Bay. If it's too rough, you can't find them. It's a waste to go out. So again, cancellation. So I really don't have a lot to tell you other than to tell you that nothing happened. So that's basically it. Looking at the coming week, I see maybe 2 days that might work. The rest of the time, it's going to be pretty windy, winds coming from the north. If you do plan to come down and fish, know that I'm probably going to fish you with our Las Arenas fleet. We have two fleets. One fishes north out of La Paz towards Espiritu Santo Island. Our other one, we shuttle everybody over to the beach at Bahia de los Muertos, right near Punta Arenas, and we fish out of there, especially during the wintertime, because it's a little more protected from the winds. And fishing, you don't have to go that far. You can still catch fish, even though you don't have to go very far. Did have some friends go out, some locals, and those are the ones who are doing the fishing right now. They can pick and choose the days that it looks like the winds aren't going to blow. They got out. There are still some tuna, some nice big 40 to 60 pound tuna at the south end of Cerralvo Island. If you can get across the channel and it's not blowing you right in the face or blowing you off the water. There's a couple of tuna out there that are getting hung. Nice quality fish. Live sardines and dead sardines seem to be working well as rapalas, deep running rapalas. There's also some wahoo running closer to shore near Bahia de los Muertos and also around Punta Perico. So maybe 100 yards offshore, there's some wahoo hanging there. There's also some cabrilla, there's pargo in the rocks. There are quite a bit of sierra that are coming in. This is seasonal for the sierra. It's a cold water fish. And also some amberjack and some smaller yellowtail as well. So there are fish out there. The big problem is knowing when you're going to be able to go out and fish. So just keep an eye. If you're coming down, keep an eye on the weather. Talk to us. We do always keep an eye on the long forecast. And I can tell you within a week or 10 days what it might look like and which days may or may not look good to go fishing. Okay, I'm dressed like this again because we're headed once more into the snows. We're on our show tour right now, so we're in the United States. We did a great show in Dallas for the Dallas Safari Club. Then we flew out to Reno and hit the snows there that were hitting the Sierras and Nevada and California. And we had a great show in Reno for the Wild Sheep Foundation. Came back to Texas to reload for a couple of days, and now we're gearing up and we're going to be on the road for another 2 months. All in the car. This is when we're going to do all of our driving. And our first show, in fact, when you're listening to this, we're probably going to be on the road or just arriving in Salt Lake City. And looking at the forecast, looks like Salt Lake City is going to get a little bit of snow this week. So, that's why we're dressing and packing all of our snow boots and everything else. I know everyone's going to laugh at us, but hey, we're used to being in 90 or 100 degree weather. So when it drops below 50 degrees, Jill and I think it's kind of freezing. So they laugh at us, but hey, it's all relative. So we're looking forward to a great show. It's always a huge show. It's going to be at the Salt Lake Convention Center, the Salt Palace. You know that. The Salt Palace in downtown Salt Lake City. It's for the Western Hunt and Conservation Show. One of the largest shows you'll attend, or you'll find in the West Coast areas, or the western states, I should say. It's 4 days. It's massive. They've added another 200 booths, I understand, and it encompasses something like 20 acres. It takes a couple of days to walk through all of the booths, but all kinds of things. Not only hunting, but fishing, travel, RVs, boats, pretty much anything outdoors. It's a high volume show. It can get very, very packed, but it's always a lot of fun. It's going to go from the 2nd to the 5th of February. That's this coming week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you can make it, if you're in a surrounding city, if you're in a surrounding state, come and see us. We're going to be there every day in our booth, and we'd love to talk to you about coming to La Paz. If you're thinking about coming to La Paz, once again, a warning, we're filling up really, really fast. We've done 2 shows. We have this big Salt Lake City show coming up this week, and then we've got 6 more shows. And I got to tell you, we are filling up really, really fast. I'm getting reservations every day. In fact, I can see out of the corner of my eye, my phone has been going off, and a couple more reservations, or a couple folks calling about reservations coming in right now. So don't want to miss you. Don't wait till we come to see you at one of the shows, and we'll miss you. I don't want to do that. Get in touch with us. Send us an email. Give us a call. We'll get you set up, and hopefully we've still got some availability so we can have you to come down and fish with us this coming year. Anyway, I'm Jonathan from the Mexican Minute. It's going to be a quick wrap-up on what's going on. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for checking in with us. I'll get in touch with you next week from Salt Lake City or back on the road. After Salt Lake City, we're driving to Del Mar, the Del Mar Fairgrounds in San Diego for the Bart Hall Fishing and Boating Show, and then we're going all the way to Nashville for the Safari Club International. Try to keep all of these names straight, but that's another massive show. So Salt Lake City this week, San Diego, Del Mar Fairgrounds the week after, and then the week after that, Nashville, Tennessee for the Safari Club International. I'm going to get off here before I mess up anymore. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next week. I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute.